So boys and girls, it's dinner time. I'm trying out a new recipe that was a viral trend, I think a couple years ago, but I've never tried it because I'm not a big fan of feta cheese. But it's summer, it's tomato season and basil season, and I said today is the day. So I think it's supposed to be very simple. Yeah, so let us follow the recipe and see how it tastes. So the recipe calls for feta cheese. I got this on sale actually. That's what inspired me to try and do this recipe. And then some cherry tomatoes or cocktail tomatoes, I'm not really sure, but these were also on sale. So that's great. Some garlic. Garlic is so essential. I think garlic is like my favorite herb. And some basil. So let's go. Let's get it. guys, so let's make some high protein energy balls. We have some roasted almonds, some walnuts, 3 big dates, and for now I'm going to put a spoon of protein powder, whey protein powder, and then give it a little mixy and see how it turns out. Never made this before. I don't know, I just thought about them and I said today is the day. So let's do it. My enemies are suffering. All my enemies are suffering. All their plans are scatter, scatter. All my enemies are suffering. All my enemies are suffering. All my enemies are suffering. All their plans are scatter, scatter. All my enemies are suffering. Okay, people, let's be serious. Before I rudely interrupted this recipe, I was looking for the recipe on YouTube so I can have a visual representation of what the consistency looks like before I make the balls. Okay, let's see. Cool. This one. Okay, recipe found. I think we're good to go. We might need to add some milk. I was trying to avoid adding any type of dairy. So let's see. I think I'm just gonna try and make a ball and see what it looks like. Okay, back to all our enemies are suffering. Say after me. All our enemies are suffering. Okay, so I had to can't talk. I had to add a few more dates because the consistency was very dry, and this is a bit more sticky, as I would imagine. What is needed to make the ball? So we're gonna give it one more go, and then we're gonna make the balls. I just discovered that I have this almond flavored extract, or is it almond extract, and I figured maybe I can add a bit to half the mixture and just see how it tastes, because I don't know, I love almond flavor. So we'll give it a go and then see how it tastes. So unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I could not show the rolling of the balls, but what I did was roll them and then dip them in some coconut flakes. So I'm going to put these in the fridge and I will just leave them for maybe an hour, and then I will try one and let you know how it tastes. Okay, so these have been sitting for about an hour, so I'm going to taste it. Oh my god, they're so delicious. So delicious. Yum.